recent events such as the riots have further demonised Britain's youth.
Me? I'd rather do parkour.
In this documentary, we'll be following Keith's journey into the culture of free running.
Today we're here, we're going to interview a guy called Farid. He's an ex-professional at free running. We're going to try and get some tips and advice off of him. I just want to see why he stopped, maybe through injury or personal things, I'm not sure. We're just going to try and get a good interview out of him. Let's go. You're at Farid, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, man.
When and where did you start parkour? How did you get into it?
I started when I was about 14, so I'm 23 now, so it was like 9 years ago.
It's a long gap right there.
Yeah, I know. And I was I wasn't interested in like the main like sports like football, basketball, anything. So I was always looking for something different. Yeah. And my school was pretty good as well in terms of like architecture. It had loads of weird like buildings and rails everywhere, and I was like, so I just started playing around on my own, like just on rails. And
when you started really getting into it, did you pick up any kind of injuries or along the way, or?
Do you know what? I've been blessed in the sense that I've never really had a major injury.
No broken bones, nothing?
No broken bones.
Fractures?
No fractures. Bruises, yeah, cuts and grazes, but nothing major. Like I've never really had anything that's put me off for more than a week, say, of practicing. So I've been pretty blessed.
When did you start like first really making money and like getting like, you know, I can make this sort of, you know, proper work and whatnot?
It was a good couple of years after I started, obviously, because when I was a kid, I was like 14, I didn't have a clue. I wasn't even thinking about, you know, making a living. I was just like, oh, you know, just doing what I love. Yeah. So I was just like, cool. And then obviously then I finished school and I was like, you know, it was time to grow up a bit, maybe, you know, decide or go to uni or study or do what. And I was just in love with parkour at that time. Yeah. And so I said, you know, I'm just going to commit to parkour. And that's mainly when I started trying to, you know, get out there and you know, make videos and try and sort of get known.
Would you say there's still a step forward for you yourself, or like coaching maybe, or anything like that?
I would say definitely coaching, yeah. I feel like I've got quite a few things to offer in terms of teaching and coaching and, you know, showing other people. You know,
have to get some hints and tips off you someday myself. Like
yeah, man, that would be
aspiring parkour.
Keith is on his way to a gymnasium in Bexon, East London to find out whether he has what it takes to become a free runner and whether he can achieve a backflip.
Guys, I'm feeling a bit nervous right now. I don't know, all these guys are quite good. So even the guys just here, they're doing like flips, like it's nothing. I doubt I can even do a cartwheel right now, but you know, I'll see how things go later on. I'll try a backflip later on, but I'll see how it goes, guys.
So the way I teach it is sort of a progression from a cartwheel to a backflip, right, which is two different things, but sort of everyone knows how to do a cartwheel, and most people are familiar with it. So then it sort of is something they can progress towards rather than doing a backflip into the pit, which is all well and good. Yeah. But then when you get on concrete, you're just not going to do it. Yeah. So do you want me to show you how this works? To go on the main floor, it'll be easier.
The main floor here?
Yeah, like this one.
Jump into a cartwheel. Yeah. When I can just about do a cartwheel.
Once you get more confident at that, you can take it from sort of at a slant, more and more vertical.
Right.
But still looking at the shoulder. Then once you're comfortable with still doing it at a slant, because that way you're always looking at the floor, then you eventually just put your head back and do it gradually.
I just psych myself up a little bit, sorry. I don't know how I'm landing here. I'm not doing it right.
If you take it back to the cartwheel, just take it back. And then you go. And then eventually it's like that.
Yeah. A bit tired already, and I ain't even got my watch on me. It's about 9 o'clock or so. Kind of knackered, but I think I'll get back into it in a sec. these guys are pretty good. But I think the culture of this is quite good because looking around, they're all pretty cool guys, and like from what I've seen on like YouTube videos and that sort of stuff, I was expecting more or less the same from these guys because they're all pretty down to earth, pretty fun, outgoing, and that's why they sort of do this, and that's why I wanted to sort of do it.